February 2nd, Leviticus 5, 6, and 7. Leviticus 5. And when a being sins in that he has heard the voice of swearing, and is a witness, or has seen or has known, but does not reveal it, he shall bear his crookedness. Or when a being touches any unclean matter, or the carcass of an unclean beast, or the carcass of unclean livestock, or the carcass of unclean creeping creatures, and it has been hidden from him, he is unclean and guilty. Or when he touches uncleanness of man, any of his uncleanness by which he is unclean, and it has been hidden from him, when he shall know it, then he shall be guilty. Or when a being swears, speaking rashly with his lips, to do evil or to do good, whatever it is that a man swears rashly with an oath, and it has been hidden from him, when he shall know it, then he shall be guilty of one of these. And it shall be, when he is guilty of one of these, that he shall confess that which he has sinned, and shall bring his guilt offering to Yah for his sin, which he has sinned, a female from the flock, a lamb or a female goat as a sin offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him for his sin. And if he is unable to bring a lamb, then he shall bring to Yah, he who has sinned, 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, one for a sin offering and the other for an ascending offering. And he shall bring them to the priest, who shall bring near that which is for the sin offering first, and nib off its head from its neck, but not sever it. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood of the sin offering on the side of the slaughter place, and the rest of the blood shall be drained out at the base of the slaughter place. It is a sin offering. And he shall prepare the second as an ascending offering, according to the right ruling, and the priest shall make atonement for him, for his sin which he has sinned, and it shall be forgiven him. But if he is unable to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he who sinned shall bring for his offering 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a sin offering. He puts no oil on it, nor does he put any frankincense on it, for it is a sin offering. And he shall bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his hand filled with it as a remembrance portion, and burn it on the slaughter place according to the offerings made by fire to Yah. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him for his sins that he has sinned in any of these, and it shall be forgiven him, and it shall be the priests like a grain offering. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, when a being commits a trespass and has sinned by mistake against the set-apart matters of Yah, then he shall bring to Yah as his guilt offering a ram, a perfect one, from the flock, with your valuation in shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, as a guilt offering. And he shall make good for the sin that he has done against that which is set apart, and shall add 1/5 to it, and give it to the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the guilt offering, and it shall be forgiven him. When any being sins and has done what is not to be done against any of the commands of Yah, though he knew it not, yet he shall be guilty, and shall bear his crookedness. Then he shall bring the priest a ram, a perfect one, from the flock, with your valuation, as a guilt offering. And the priest shall make atonement for his mistake he has committed unintentionally, though he did not know it, and it shall be forgiven him. It is a guilt offering. He was truly guilty before Yah. Leviticus 6. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, when any being sins and committed a trespass against Yah, and has lied to his neighbor about a deposit, or about a pledge, or about a robbery, or shall extort from his neighbor, and has found what was lost, and has lied concerning it, or did swear falsely, so that it sins in regard to any one of these that a man does, then it shall be when he sins, and shall be guilty, that he shall return what he took by robbery, or what he has extorted, or the deposit which was deposited with him, or the lost item which he found, or all that about which he swore falsely, he shall pay its total value, add 1/5 more to it, and give it to whom it belongs on the day of his guilt offering. Then he brings his guilt offering to Yah, a ram, a perfect one, from the flock, with your valuation, as a guilt offering to the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him before Yah, and he shall be forgiven for whatever he did that made him guilty. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Command Aharon and his sons, saying, This is the Torah of the ascending offering. This is the ascending offering, because it is burned on the slaughter place all night until morning, and the fire of the slaughter place is kept burning on it. And the priest shall put on his linen garment, and put on his linen trousers on his body, and shall take up the ashes of the ascending offering, which the fire has consumed on the slaughter place, and shall put them beside the slaughter place. And he shall take off his garments, and put on other garments, and shall bring the ashes outside the camp to a clean place. And the fire of the slaughter place is kept burning on it, it is not put out. And the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and arrange the ascending offering on it, and shall burn on it the fat of the peace offerings. Fire is continually kept burning on the slaughter place, it is not put out. And this is the Torah of the grain offering. The sons of Aharon shall bring it near before Yah, in front of the slaughter place, and shall take from it with his hand, from the fine flour of the grain offering, and from its oil, and all the frankincense which is on the grain offering, and shall burn it on the slaughter place for a sweet fragrance. It is a remembrance portion, as its remembrance portion to Yah. And then Aharon and his sons eat the rest of it. It is eaten with unleavened bread in the set-apart place. They eat it in the courtyard of the tent of appointment. It is not baked with leaven. I have given it to them as the portion of my offering, made by fire. It is most set apart, like the sin offering and the guilt offering. All the males among the children of Aharon eat it, a law forever in your generations, concerning the offerings made by fire to Yah. All that touches them is to be set apart. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, This is the offering of Aharon and his sons, which they bring near to Yah, beginning on the day when he is anointed, 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour, as a daily grain offering, half of it in the morning, and half of it in the evening. It is made on a griddle with oil. Bring it in mixed. Bring the baked portions of the grain offering near, a sweet fragrance to Yah. And the anointed priest from among his sons, who is in his place, prepares it, a law forever to Yah. All of it is to be burned. Every grain offering for the priest is completely burned, it is not eaten. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aharon and his sons, saying, This is the Torah of the sin offering, and the set apart in the place where the ascending offering is slain. The sin offering is slain before Yah, it is most set apart. The priest who is making atonement eats it. In the set apart place it is eaten, in the courtyard of the tent of appointment. All that touches its flesh is to be set apart. And when its blood is sprinkled on any garment, you wash that on which it was sprinkled in a set apart place. But the earthen vessel in which it was cooked is to be broken, and if it is cooked in a bronze pot, then it is scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the priests eats it. It is most set apart. And no sin offering from which any of the blood is brought into the tent of appointment to make atonement for the set apart place. It is eaten, it is burned with fire. Leviticus 7. And this is the Torah of the guilt offering. It is most set apart. The guilt offering is slain in the place where they slay the ascending offering, and its blood is sprinkled on the slaughter place all around. And he brings from it all its fat, the fat tail, and the fat that covers the entrails, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them by the loins, and the appendage on the liver, which he removes with the kidneys. And the priest shall burn them on the slaughter place, as an offering made by fire to Yah. It is a guilt offering. Every male among the priests eats it. It is eaten in the set-apart place. It is most set apart. The guilt offering is like the sin offering. There is one Torah for them both. The priest who makes atonement with it, it is his. And the priest who brings everyone's ascending offering, the skin of the ascending offering which he has brought is the priest's, it is his. Every grain offering that is baked in the oven, and all that is prepared in the stewing pot, or on a griddle, it is the priest's who brings it, it is his. Every grain offering mixed with oil, or dry, is for the sons of Aharon, for all alike. And this is the Torah of the slaughtering of peace offerings, which is brought to Yah. If he brings it for thanksgiving, then he shall bring it with slaughtering of thanksgiving, unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened thin cakes anointed with oil, or cakes of finely blended flour mixed with oil. Besides the cakes, he brings as his offering leavened bread together with the slaughtering of thanksgiving of his peace offerings. And he shall bring 1 cake from each offering as a contribution to Yah, to the priest who sprinkles the blood of the peace offerings, it is his. As for the flesh of the slaughtering of his peace offerings for thanksgiving, it is eaten the same day it is offered. He does not leave any of it until morning. And if the slaughtering he brings is a vow or voluntary offering, it is eaten the same day that he brings his slaughtering, and what is left of it is eaten the next day. But whatever is left of the flesh of the slaughtering on the 3rd day is burned with fire. However, if any of the flesh of the slaughtering of his peace offerings is eaten at all on the 3rd day, it is not accepted. It is not reckoned to him who brings it. It is unclean to him. And the being who eats it bears his crookedness. And the flesh that touches that which is unclean is not eaten. It is burned with fire. And as for the clean flesh, all who are clean eat of it. But the being who eats the flesh of the slaughtering of peace offerings that belongs to Yah, while he is unclean, that being shall be cut off from his people. And when a being who touches that which is unclean, of the uncleanness of man, or of the uncleanness of beast, or of any unclean abomination, and shall eat the flesh of the slaughtering of the peace offerings that belongs to Yah, that being shall be cut off from his people. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel. Do not eat any fat of bull or sheep or goat, and of the fat of a dead body, and the fat of what is torn is used for any purpose, but you do not eat it at all. For whoever eats the fat of the beast, of which men bring as an offering, is made by fire to Yah, even the being who eats it shall be cut off from his people. And do not eat any blood in any of your dwellings, of bird or of beast. Any being who eats blood, even that being shall be cut off from his people. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, He who brings his slaughtering of peace offerings to Yah, brings his offering to Yah from the slaughtering of his peace offerings. With his own hand he brings the offerings made by fire to Yah. He brings the fat with the breast, to be waved as a wave offering before Yah. And the priest shall burn the fat on the slaughter place, but the breast shall be Aharon's and his sons. And the right thigh you give to the priest as a contribution from the slaughtering of your peace offerings. He among the sons of Aharon who brings the blood of the peace offering and the fat, the right thigh is his for a portion. For the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the contribution I have taken from the children of Israel, from the slaughterings of their peace offerings. And I give them to Aharon, the priest, and to his sons as a law forever, from the children of Israel. And this is the appointed portion for Aharon, and the appointed portion for his sons, from the offerings made by fire to Yah, on the day when Moshe presented them to serve as priests to Yah, which Yah commanded to be given to them by the children of Israel, on the day that he had anointed them, a law forever throughout their generations. This is the Torah of the ascending offering, of the grain offering, and of the sin offering, and of the guilt offering, and the ordinations, and the slaughtering of peace offerings, which Yah commanded Moshe on Mount Sinai, on the day when he commanded the children of Israel to bring forth their offerings to Yah in the wilderness of Sinai.